Hey guys, before we get started, just want to take a quick moment to thank Deer Camp Coffee and Yeti for everything they do to help keep us awake and energized for the whole show and keep you guys entertained. Make sure you subscribe and stick around to all BowHunterPlanet stuff so you can get into chances to win things. And hey, let's have some fun.
The BHP podcast is presented by BowHunterPlanet.com. Join the hunt.
Support for the BowHunterPlanet podcast is provided by HHA Sports, Cold Steel Knives, Scott Archery, Burris Optics, Element Outdoors, Reveal Cellular Trail Cams, Deer Camp Coffee. Additional support is provided by Yeti.
Hey guys, welcome to BowHunterPlanet.com podcast. Myself, Dave Thomas, along with Larry McCoy from Elite Archery, talking 2021. Larry, how are you, man?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me on, Dave. Super exciting times. You know, we just launched the bows and getting a lot of good positive feedback. And this is one of the few years right now, you know, the bows are out and they're actually in the retailer right now. So consumers can go take the Shootability Challenge and see what all the hype's about.
Yeah, so excited. I got my coffee ready to learn here. What you guys are doing different in 21. So I guess let's go through. I'm going to pull up your website so we can look at the bows together, and we'll go through each of them real quick, and just you can tell us about like what's going on and what we can expect this year on these sweet looking bows. So let me go ahead and pull that up for you.
Okay.
And we'll go ahead and go right here. And I think this is probably the best spot to start. Let's talk about the Encore.
Okay. The Encore is the 2021 flagship hunting bow that it was really designed. Josh Sidebottom, you know, we're to get some really good, efficient speeds out of it for the short draw guy as well, and also because longer draw guys, of course, usually speed's not of the concern with them with really any bow model, to be honest with you, that's out there, but. As far as getting effectiveness and good efficiency out of it. But what I will tell you is this is with the speeds that we receiving out of this bow and all the results from me testing it, Josh and Darren Christianberry and Nathan Brooks, it's 100% elite, but with a little bit of was supercharged, I guess. And the bow feels extremely smooth. I've actually been hunting with this bow and been able to, harvest some animals with it, spend quite a bit of time behind the models. And this is the bow that I'm taking to the woods right now, coming in at 33 inches, axle with a 6-inch brace height. It does the 6-inch brace height, it may scare some people off, but I'm telling you, the bow shoots more like a 7-inch brace height bow just because of, riser length, limb angle, the takeoff, and the curve is really, really smooth on the draw. And we'll get into some of the other options, how you can do that a little bit later in the podcast. But I'm telling you, it's just a sweet shooting rig that I think is going to perform and do really, really well. And consumers, I think, are going to love it.
Yeah. 33 inch axle. So I'm assuming, Larry, that's where the weight comes in on this one, 4.55, a little bit longer riser on this bow.
Mm-hmm.
And 6-inch brace is pretty standard, I'd say. I don't think I think most people are looking at 6 in my opinion, but that's kind of what we generally see. I think you get into 5s, it gets a little uncomfortable for most people, but 6 is generally the standard for sure. You guys are saying MSRP $1,099.99. That's pretty normal. I think you guys that your last few bows have been the same price point, correct?
Yes. So that's one thing. It's important to to us that we keep it at a level that's going to be obtainable for our consumer. We want to build quality stuff at, obviously we've got to make money doing it. And, because, that's what we're in business to do, is build quality product. And we want to keep the doors open. And it's been challenging enough through 2020 with everything going on.
Yeah, for sure. And it's impressive you guys held the price this year, to be honest. And to be honest, to me, that price point for an Elite is a great deal, in my opinion, because I do think Elite has always been a premium bow, in my opinion. And so at that price, I feel like you're definitely getting a top-notch piece of machine here. That's for sure. 340 IBO. So that's exciting. I mean, to me, like I've always said, Larry, like, if I'm at 300 feet per second with my hunting setup, like my arrow, my draw poundage, all that stuff, I'm happy. I'm a very happy person. So there's no way that's not getting this.
Oh yeah, and it'll probably surprise. Elite's always been very, I guess, conservative when it comes to throwing out their IBO speeds. It's been very. I'm getting some really good results out of that thing. And you're right. You're around that 300 mark, that 280 to 300 mark. You're going to eliminate a lot of issues that a lot of the guys shooting fast bows have when it comes to broadheads, and getting good arrow flight. So yeah, we're super excited about the Encore, and I myself have been loving it. The one thing I will state that it does come with the Encore does come with the performance mod on it.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
So this is going to be set technology. Again, the mod here that you're talking about. Now, what is this going to do for us, this mod? Can you explain the mod?
Yes, we actually this year we introduced 3 mods that will fit in any ASIM tri-tac cam. So the Cure, the Encore, the Remedy, the Result, and the Result 36. You can either buy the standard VersaMod, which comes on all of them but the Encore. The Encore comes with the performance mod, and the performance mod is going to give you a little bit of more speed. It's going to give you, probably 4 to 6 feet per second faster. And then, and then we also have a 75% let off mod. A lot of target archers were requesting something like that, which is, ever so popular in that world. But on the hunting side, guys that are heading out west, they don't realize that there are let off restrictions in some Western states.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So that 75% is that request. So rather than trying to swizzle your whole bow, you can just pop 2 screws out, put another mod in, you're good to go.
So with the tech on this bow, and you guys kind of launched this idea last year, this set technology, this is going to adjust the bow like slightly left and right, correct?
Yeah, actually that's just it's the screw down, the button head screw right down there below the set symbol. That's your locking screw, and then there's
okay.
side that will actually pivot the limb pocket to reduce cam lean and also correct any tail right or tail left conditions. I'll tell you a quick story, as it pertains to that. Darren Christianberry actually shared it in a piece that you'll be seeing getting released here before long. He was on an antelope hunt just this year with his son has a Cure, and at 40 yards, his broadheads were hitting 6 inches left. And Darren said, I looked over and he was like panicked, and Darren was like, no big deal. And all he did was take and he adjusted the set, didn't touch anything else on his bow, adjusted the set. If it's hitting right, you're going to have a tail. It's telling you got a tail left condition. So boom, moved it just a quarter turn, brought it right in, and he goes out and strokes an antelope at 89 yards.
Wow.
So it's the most effective tool that I think people are actually just really grasping, due to the year. But I'll go and say it's the most effective tool that's offered out there when it comes to tuning a bow. There's no.
Yeah, that's cool. That's really cool. So I don't know. I ask you the cam. So this cam. So is this cam? I'm assuming you can adjust this for draw length, or do you have to have a separate mod?
Nope, you can adjust it to draw length. So you can, every one of those holes is a draw length.
Got it. Cool.
Draw length adjustment. It says, it says on the tech manual stuff 1/2 inch, but you can adjust it to 1/4 inch increments. There's numbers through the little window hole up here that tells you what number at the very
top. I see some stuff there. Yeah.
Yep. Those are numbers, and if you're in between those numbers, that's a 1/4 inch move. So you can really hone it into the exact draw length.
Wow, that's crazy.
23 to 30 inches on the Encore, from 24 to 31 on the Remedy.
That's really cool. I love this logo you guys put on the custom suppression. That's sweet.
Yeah, we branded our own, limb dampeners, and we've gotten a really good response for those as well. Yeah,
it looks really cool. Is the grip? Is this the same? Is this a new grip?
The grip is very, very similar to the Cure. It's just the throat narrows down a little bit more.
Okay.
Just fits in the pocket a little better, if that makes sense. That way, it allows if somebody does shoot with a lot of heel pressure, they can do that. And especially with the set technology, that's the thing that's so special about these bows is you don't have to have perfect form, and
Yeah.
you can tune the bow to you because it's kind of like baseball, a hitter. And I use this analogy a lot because people are preaching form. Yeah, there's a proper way to go shoot, but some people it's just not comfortable for them.
Yeah. Oh yeah, totally.
A hitter steps in a batter's box. If everybody had the same perfect form, they'd all look the same.
Yeah.
But it's, you know what I'm saying? It's not. It's all about executing.
Yeah, for sure. So, okay, so we moved from the Encore to the Remedy. In the Remedy, it looks like we're a little bit longer, a little bit more brace, a little bit heavier, 24 to 31. So this is going to be the bow for someone who's a 31-inch draw, basically.
Yep, 31-inch draw. Like I said, it does go from quarter-inch increments, same cam. You can, but you will have this will come with a standard VersaMod on it out of the factory. But if you you can upgrade. You can buy the set of performance mods if you wanted to add a little bit more, give them a little bit more speed out of it. But it's I'll go on record and tell you that bow there, I would, in my opinion, is the smoothest bow Elite has ever brought to market.
That's saying a lot because you and I both know how smooth Elite bows are.
Exactly. I was absolutely blown away on how smooth the bow is with the VersaMod. The performance mod, if there's a lot of Energy 35 guys from back in the day that really like that bow, that performance mod really kind of mimics that Energy 35 feel, and that's per Nathan Brooks as well. And I was really thinking the same thing whenever I was testing the mods, out. So I'm super excited.
Yeah, that's cool. That looks really nice. Result 36. So this one a little bit longer, and then this one only goes 23 to 30. That's interesting. Is that I guess what was the thought on this bow? Is this more like a 3D bow?
Yeah, 3D target bow, but I mean, there's going to be some people that are probably going to want to hunt with it as well, especially some of those target archers out there. The regular results 38 inches. We going through what few shoots we had and hearing from our shooters, 36 inches was kind of a sweet spot that they were looking for. So we kind of prototyped one, put it in a few people's hands. They were absolutely loving it, and that's where we landed with it. And the guys are really impressed with that. Darren and Nathan, with that, we're gonna the Remedy is going to be a great 3D bow as well because of its 34-inch length and it's going to perform great. So yeah, I mean that's where that come from. It does have the ASIM system, so you can get a performance mod or a 75% let off mod as well, and they can it will fit on those cams as well.
Yeah, this is a good looking bow. This looks really nice. This looks like I definitely see this one winning some podium stuff this year. This is beautiful bow. Look at that grip. Wow, that is a cool grip, man. That is really cool.
We were so excited about this lineup. It's been a very challenging year, as 2020, with shops shutting down and companies shutting down, and technology, I guess, kept us alive. We kept things kind of moving forward and really worked hard through it. And we were super excited to bring these bows to market.
I think I speak for everybody, and the excitement I have when I see a bow like the Embark here come on my screen here is just very high excitement. The price point, the ability to get your hands into an Elite bow, just very exciting. So I guess I'm assuming that's part of the thought process behind this one, but I'll let you go ahead and tell us the story on this baby.
Yeah, I'll just tell you, we launched the Valor a couple of years ago on a shorter platform, and it performed really well. People really liked it. It was at the same price point as this. So through that process, we had a lot of people that wanted a longer, similar version to that bow at that price point. So we'd actually, to make that happen, there's a lot of things that have to line up. The stars have to line pretty much, and there's a lot of work involved, obviously, with the other flagship models. And this year being so tough, it was challenging, but the engineers and stuff came together, made it work. I actually, was testing with some of those bows, the Embark as well, and it's a very, very, it's a smooth shooting rig. It does have the binary system, so it's not the ASIM cam, but it's basically the same feel that Elite's known for, coming at you at an affordable price. That we just want to make it easier for somebody to at least put an Elite bow in their hands and try it out.
Yeah, I think what I love about this bow is it gives the consumer a chance to step into an Elite bow and get a feel for if they like it or don't like it. But the thing is that, in my opinion, this is just an easy stepping stone for somebody, because once you have that bow and you're like, wow, I want, what's the better one like? You know what I mean? Like it was just an easy transition for me. And to be honest, I haven't really ever shot a bad Elite bow since I've done this. Since 10 years now. I mean, every bow has been amazing. So I'm very happy you guys were able to stick to your guns when it comes to the performance, the draw cycles. I mean, what you're really known for now, and it's really coming into play. But I would say one of the things I mentioned on our video last year, when we did the bows from last year, I believe it was the Cure. Mm-hmm. One of the things about Elite that I was very excited about and happy about was that the riser design is now become, you guys had your own design for years and it looked very like your own. And then you stepped it up to these new risers that are, again, your own signature looking riser. But I have to say that it's one of the best looking risers out there on the market today. And one of the things I actually even said in the video was like, this is like the Ferrari riser of the industry. There was just so much to this riser from the Cure that I saw. And I was like so excited that the lines, the cutouts, it was just so detailed that I was just like, this is like, if I'm going car shopping, this is like, the Ferrari sitting here. This thing just looks sick. There's just so much to it with the riser. I mean, I guess what's the inspiration behind the risers? I mean, how did you guys come up with this, amazing looking item here?
We've got some great minds in our engineering department, good creative minds, and that's what it takes. I mean, because there's, to get into the science of it, I guess, with the weight distribution of the riser, once the boat, everything gets under load, how stiff it is. It's very, very meticulous. And as far as where the cutouts are, how much stock's being removed. And because, I mean, you look at that and you're like, that was a solid piece of aluminum at one time, and so, yeah, those lines, I'm super, super proud of that. And thank you for noticing that, because there is a lot of thought and a lot of work that goes in, and a lot of renditions of those risers that
because I mean, look at it. I mean, it's just so like, I couldn't believe it when I was looking at it. It just, the cutouts were just incredible. Yeah. And, and then to add that set technology in there, which was really interesting, because I was like, how are they doing this? You're not only are you taking out like so much metal, but then you're also having all the room for all these pieces like in here, to make these adjustments happen.
And it's funny. I mean, there's little hidden inside, I guess, gems inside the riser. If you look at the top and bottom cutouts of the riser as a whole, it kind of mimics a deer track a little bit. And so we were like the basically the big cutout there on the top, and the one underneath it, they're kind of at an angle to fit in there. But we were, just little hidden things that internally we kind of know, and it makes our jobs fun.
Yeah, that's smart. Yeah, I like that idea. Little caveat there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's honestly, that was a great bow. And now I'm excited to see the new stuff here you guys are launching. This is really cool. Can't wait to get these on the show, because, obviously shooting them's a whole different thing than just looking at them on the screen. But that's why I always tell people, go into your dealer, get one of these in your hands and shoot it. Honestly, you'll never be disappointed with an Elite bow. So that's one of my favorite parts of it. Working with you guys over the years, it's just that they've always been such a premium bow. It's just really, really something. So I guess, Larry, is there anything I missed on the new bows you wanted to cover today?
Just, talk about the customization. I mean, from the different mods, because, really like in the shootability challenge, I mean, it really ties right into that, going and shooting your bow, shooting the bow, just going to shoot one. We're not saying, hey, you have to go buy an elite. What the shootability challenge is when you're in the market to go buy a bow, you know, just make elite part of the conversation. Pick it up and shoot it, and decide for yourself. If you don't shoot it, you're not going to know what we're talking about.
Yeah,
So
that's a true statement.
that's what it is. Just go shoot it. Because there's a lot of work and a lot of passion that goes in behind all the bows that leave the factory. And I challenge anybody to walk to our factory and through our factory and not see people sharing trail cam pictures, talking about the round they shot last night. When they go to break, they can go out back and shoot targets, and shoot their bow. We got it in the range. They can go over there. They got employees' bows hanging in there. So it's very, very, it's, it's bow hunters really building bows for bow hunters, and archers building bows for archers. And we're super, super proud of that.
Yeah, it's hard to ever have anything bad to say about an elite because, to be honest, they've just been premium bows, and that's why I feel like when people generally, and I wouldn't say everybody, but general conversation I've heard over years, people are not happy with the prices going up. But the thing is that when you look at these bows, to me, it's a premium bow. And I think that $1,100 is about right for a premium bow. And if you're trying to compare, and this is why I wanted to make the statement, if you're trying to compare this bow with another bow that's $800, there is a difference. And I don't want to put anybody down or anything like that, but there is a difference between an $1,100 bow and, your new Embark, which is cheaper at $750, right? There is a difference. So you go hold those together, you're going to see a difference. There's no doubt about it. And there's technologies in those bows that make them different. And there's more metal, and there's more cutting, there's more everything. So when it comes to money, I guess the thing is I feel like you guys have now offered a nice lineup of price points. So yes, if you can't afford $1,100, we have something for $750. There's definitely an option for you. Or if you want to step up to something bigger, like the Result 36 and go into Target, there's, you can spend a little more money. I mean, so it just depends on what you're looking for as a consumer, realistically.
Absolutely.
A lot of great stuff. So Larry, what else going on? You got some big hunts coming up?
Actually, filming for the show, we had a good first start to the season, and then we were really focused on, diving into this launch, getting some material ready for it. But, with the leaves falling, the weather changing, the hair on the back of my neck starting to stand up a little bit too. So I'm ready to get out there. I've got, Kansas and Iowa and
wow.
some Midwest. So I'm anxious to get out there and get after it.
What has been your favorite? Because I know you've done a lot of hunting. So what has been your favorite state to hunt so far? If you had to rank them.
If I had to rank them. Probably I like my home state here in Missouri just because, I've got a lot of time invested in going, not that I don't in other states, but it's my home state. It's where I grew up, going there. Sometimes it's about feeling what's inside you, whether it be 100, not just 170 inch or 180 inch deer or even 135 inch deer.
Yeah.
It's really hunting for myself and what satisfies me. That's what kind of keeps me going. And I think that's the industry needs more of that,
Yeah, for sure.
To hunt for yourself, don't hunt to please the social media gods, that, and all that, because you're not, as long as you're happy, if he trips your trigger, make it happen, everybody, and then step into, grow into your QDMA practices and managing your properties and all that stuff. But you know what, when I was younger, nobody, I didn't know anybody that did that. We went out there with my grandpa and my dad. We had a good time and hunted, and and look where we are now. So we grew into that, and I think that's part of that's fun of the process. It makes you grow as a hunter, makes you want to be a better archer, and just makes you want to be a better conservationist.
I'm going to share this real quick, just because I want to make sure that people check it out. But Respect the Game, you guys can check this out online. But Larry, where does this air? Do you guys have this show? Is it just online, or where can you find it?
No, Sportsman's Channel. We are on Sportsman's Channel 52 weeks a year. You can also MOTV the Hunt channel and also YouTube. But we keep, we try to keep it active and everything up in motion. But feel free, you can email us, reach out to us on our social media feeds if you got questions about anything, where to hunt, have you ever hunted here, hey, I'm having problems with my bow. That's one thing that I feel like we do a really good job of interacting with our with the people, and that's what we love to do. We love to learn from people as well. Just because we have a camera running behind us, we have the opportunity to have that. So it doesn't mean that we're better than anybody else. So I'm always wanting to learn from other people as well, and I'll tell people what's worked for me as well. So we got to learn from each other.
Are you guys still doing this podcast, Larry?
Oh, we have. It has slowed down, so we're going to pick it back up.
All right.
Just because of the COVID stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, guys, you can check this out, respectthegame.com or .tv, sorry. And on there at the bottom, you guys can find the Larry and the whole team on all their different social platforms, as well as you can find Elite Archery on obviously Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. You guys probably have some other ones too, but Larry, anything new from the other brands that we should talk about, or anything with Scott's or any other brands right now that you guys are working on?
Yeah, we've got some new releases coming to play. I don't know. I think they're with ATA being canceled. I believe we
launch.
Yeah, we might be accelerating some of that a little bit, but no, we've got some really cool stuff coming on the CBE front, Slick Trick front, and also Scott Archery.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, ATA, that's crazy, man. Yeah, so I have had Matt on from the show, and it's too bad, because I think a lot of people are sad about it, but I think it does change some things, and it's going to obviously alter for like Elite in your brands. It's interesting because now all of a sudden, everything you guys plan for that, like launches and money and funding to pay for all that stuff is now open. And now you have to decide, what am I going to do here? Am I going to spend money here or do this or do that? So it's a whole different beast to tackle for every company, not just you guys, but every company now in the same boat. Do we launch right now because we were planning to launch then, or we're not ready, so.
Yeah.
How are you guys handling it? You guys just like trying to figure out what to do next?
Yeah, we're in the process of planning that stuff. A lot of Zoom calls and Skype meetings and so on and so forth right now going on, because you're right. I mean, it's a process for ATA, and it's an important event for retailers and dealers, so they can go and see what new products are, so they can get an idea how they're going to run their business and what they're going to order from a product wise for the year. So definitely, I think it's changed, and hopefully we can get back to something that's going to be feasible. But we'll adapt, and we'll get to a point. We'll just have to communicate better, with our dealers and consumers. That's why, just like I said on Respect the Game, no different with any of the brands. If you've got a comment, suggestion on, hey, I'd like to see this or whatever, send it in. Send us a message. Let us know. All that information is all collaborated and is looked at, because the consumers and is the lifeline of our business. Archers and stuff are the dealers and all that. So it's a chain that we've got to continue, and we've got to continue to grow. And the only way we can do that is communicating.
Yeah, I was going to say, I would suggest, I don't know what happens to the largest dealers, but these kind of Zoom calls could be very helpful as far as like getting all your stuff in order and showing them things. Or even like media summits and things of that nature for new stuff would be fun to see from you guys. Because I know you guys have a ton of stuff you're always working on. So very cool. Larry McCoy, Elite Archery Outdoor Group, thank you so much for joining us. Appreciate it. And going through the new 2021 stuff with Elite Archery. I will check back with you in a couple months, and we'll try to go over some of the whatever else you guys decide to launch and win.
All right. That sounds great.
Should be fun. So have hunting, stay safe out there, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.
Thanks, Dave.